Hello, this is Mirna with Knitting with Mirna. Today's tutorial is on working with the Yarn Bee Fall Wild yarn from Hobby Lobby. The color is Arctic Sable, and this ball contains about 37 yards of material. The knitting needle recommended size is a size 19. However, I'm going to be using my number 35, size 35 needles, because I am after a wider, looser knit. So let's try this with size 35 and see what happens. We're going to cast on 6 stitches. You're going to have to pull out about 30 inches of tail because this is really thick. So let's do a slip knot. Remember that I have a tutorial in my playlist, Knitting Basics, on how to do a slip knot, and you can find that tutorial in the description below. The same thing for a long tail cast on. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast on 6 stitches, and if you need a refresher or if you need to follow along a bit slower or with a fabric that you can see the movement a bit better, then go to one of the tutorials listed below. So we're doing 6 stitches, and I can count them out for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. So there's 6. Make sure when you're using the long tail cast on with this material to leave a long enough tail, because it would this material will eat it up. Okay, now let's start knitting. We're going to do a knit stitch every stitch for every row to create a garter stitch. And again, I have a tutorial for the knit stitch in the description below so that you can follow along a bit slower or with a material that is easier to see the movements. Okay. This material is so soft. It's just like I could see myself making a stuffed animal or wearing this scarf every day. It's so soft. Let me do 2 rows in the knit stitch so that you can see. Oops. I moved my camera. Okay, that's better. These needles are huge. They're bulky, but they're getting the work done. I think I'm going to like the results. So try to bring your stitches to the closer to the tip of the needle, because that way it's easier to find and to insert the needle through the loop and bring the stitch out. So let's see. I like it. I really like it. So a size 35 I think is going to work well for me. Alright, I'm going to come back and check in with you guys and show you my progress in a few minutes. I'm back to show you to show the progress I've made with my fall fur scarf. See? It's so soft, and it's knitting up quite well and fast. So I am at the end of the first ball of yarn or material or fur, and I'm going to add another ball So let's see how this is going to work with this type of material. It should work the same way as with any kind of yarn. So let's continue knitting. We're using the knit stitch, and we're going to put like a little loop like this of the fur and knit through it. Knit with that. One. Let go of the tail. Literally. It looks like that, like an animal tail. And knit with the new yarn. So I think I had 6 stitches. 3. Ooh, looks like I have more now. I think I have 7 stitches now. This is crazy. Okay, something went wrong. I'm gonna go back and count my stitches again, check my notes, but I'm almost sure there were 6 stitches. What happened? Alright, let's see. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. What? What am I going to do about this? Is it when I added the yarn that I added a stitch? Sammy, what happened? What went wrong? Okay. You know what? I'm going to fix this because I am afraid to pull it apart, because I might not find where to put my needle back in place. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to knit 2 stitches together like these 2, and that will force a decrease. Let's try that. Yikes. I wasn't expecting this. But I don't want it. 1, 2. Okay. 3 and 4 are going to go together, and I'm going to make them be 3. Stitch number 3. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. I'm back to having 6 stitches. Alright. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do next is just continue knitting these 6 stitches, checking my count every so often, and stop at about 50 inches long. When this scarf is 50 inches long, I'm going to bind off. Okay? Enjoy. I'll be right back, I promise, with 6 stitches. Hi guys, I'm back. You won't believe this. This scarf is doing all kind of numbers on me. First it was the added stitch, and I was able to solve that. And now it's the length of the scarf. I'm sitting here watching the game with my husband, or well, watching my husband watch the game, and I'm knitting and knitting and knitting. And he turns and he looks at me and he's like, "Oh, you're almost done, huh?" And I pick the scarf up and look at it and I go, "Oh my God, this is so long." Well, my scarf is 84 stitches long. Okay, so I'm going to bind off. I think that's it. I'll have to wrap it around a couple times around my neck. Here's the bind off. I have a link in the description below for bind off. Okay, so I'm doing the same exact thing I do with all my other my other knitting with yarn, just that this I'm using 45 size 45 needles and this fur. Okay, so let me remind you that it looks complicated, but it's exactly the same thing that you would do with any other yarn and any other size needle when you're binding off. So 6 stitches, I'm there. Okay, I'm there with my 6 stitches. And then we'll also have a few ends to weave in, and I have a link in the description below for weaving in ends. And with this scarf, because it's so, oh wait, let me use, the fur is so bulky, I don't think it would make that much of a difference how you weave in your ends, as long as you tuck them in the stitch, you know, so they're not like sticking out or coming loose. Alright, so I'm at the end at 84 inches long. Here are my scissors. So let me cut this much. Can this go through? Super strong. Really? Okay, there. Got it. And pull through. Pull it a little bit. It's a nice end. And this is how much I have left of the second ball of yarn. A little bit less than half. So, okay, I'll come back to model it and to show you the finished product. But this would be so yummy if we made a blanket with it. I mean, this scarf is delicious. Alright, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, to click like, and to leave a comment. I really want to hear what you think about this scarf. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello guys, I'm back. And look what I have with me.
Oh my god. What is that, Marina?
My scarf. I've completed my faux fur scarf in, can't even remember the name of the color, but this is amazing. Look at it. So I'm dressed in solid black, as you can see, and I just drape the scarf on.
Okay.
Or I can just like
Casually.
a couple times casually. It's really warm. It's breathable too, and it's super soft. I think it's going to be great with like my jeans and my white t-shirt, which is my Saturday uniform, my weekend uniform. And then if I wrap it like this, and I'm going to a concert or something, when, you know, these venues open up, if it gets too cold, I can cover my ears. And
Can I go a little closer so they can see the effect? This is beautiful.
I think it is.
Yeah.
And it was made in my size 45 needles, all knit stitch. And I cast on, I think, 6 stitches. And I knitted for, this turned out to be like 84 inches long.
Okay.
So you can make it for as long or as short as you like. So yeah.
And they're going to put it where?
Etsy. It's going to be
Etsy,
my Etsy store. It's going to be on my Etsy store.
Okay.
Yes. So check the description below for all the materials, the pattern, instructions on how to do your slip knot, your cast on, your knit stitch, your bind off, and weave in ends, and click like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you make one, I know you will, go ahead and show and tell. Link it to my page.
You want to do it say anything in Spanish or this
I want
was?
to say it in Spanish, why not?
Okay.
Bufanda, terminada, de peluche, de piel,
Falsa, pero bueno.
imitación.
Imitación.
Y lo hice con agujas 45, con 6 puntos, todos tejidos en el derecho, por creo que 84 pulgadas. Y ya vieron las diferentes maneras en que me las pude
Sí,
amarrar.
esto es igual en inglés que en
En inglés,
español.
español, quiten el volumen y nada más que vean lo que hice yo aquí así. Entonces, yo quiero decirle, claro, que se suscriban al canal y si les gusta que le den un like y que me dejen un comentario y si van a hacer una, me gustaría ver el producto terminado. ¿Sí? ¿Te parece? Completo.
Perfecto.
Gracias, los veo la otra semana.
Adiós.
Un beso.